Happy New Year, one and all. It is good to greet you, sisters and brothers. I am delighted to be part of this wonderful Kwanzaa observance. And on this seventh day of Kwanzaa, we observe the principle Imani, faith. Imani calls us to believe in ourselves. To believe in ourselves as a people, as individuals, to believe in ourselves as a community, to believe in our parents, our teachers, our elders. Imani calls us to commit ourselves to developing, building our community, locally and nationally. You've already heard the quote from Mary McLeod Bethune, who said that without faith, nothing is possible. With faith, nothing is impossible. Without faith, nothing is possible. With faith, nothing is impossible. Howard Thurman, who was a wonderful mystic, a philosopher, a theologian, and whose writings have influenced and inspired and continue to influence and inspire so many people, said that faith is the substance and the spirit that, quote, makes tired hearts refreshed and dead hopes stir with the nearness of life. Faith is the promise of tomorrow at the close of every day. Faith is the triumph of life in the defiance of death, and the assurance that love is sturdier than hate, right more confident than wrong, that good is more permanent than evil. And faith has been the enduring attribute of African Americans throughout our experience. By faith, we have survived and overcome terrible suffering and injustice. Faith is what helped our ancestors after they were stolen from their people and their homelands. Faith helped them survive the horrible experience of the Middle Passage and the destructive effect of 250 years of chattel slavery. Faith helped them survive the broken promises of Reconstruction. Faith helped them survive the emergence of Jim Crow segregation, the Ku Klux Klan, White Citizens Councils, and the terrorism associated with lynching and other violence. Despite all these experiences and more, we have been and we remain people of faith. We have faith in justice despite all the injustice we've seen and known. We have faith in love despite all the hate we've suffered and all the haters. We still have faith in fellowship with each other, despite all the ways and times that we have let each other down and let ourselves down. Faith is what makes hard-working parents get up every day, go to work, and push their children to do better. Faith inspires people to believe they can overcome mistakes and failures and disappointments. Faith makes us understand that being down doesn't mean that we count ourselves out, even when other people are counting us out. And faith makes us believe that those who have things wrong side up are not invincible. In all these things, we remain people of faith. Faith is what pushes us. But faith is more than a notion. It's more than just a hunch. It's a moral choice. Dr. Samuel DeWitt Proctor, who was mentor to such leaders as Jesse Jackson and Jeremiah Wright, imagine being the head of the university that has Jesse Jackson and Jeremiah Wright in your student body. Dr. Proctor said that's why he had gray hair. Dr. Proctor wrote a book titled My Moral Odyssey. And he wrote in that book that at some point every person faces some fundamental choices. He called these the questions that will not wait. Here they are. Do I believe that there is a sponsorship friendly to the human condition in the universe? Am I well enough prepared to go it alone? Or must I plan to lean on someone else? Will I play the game of life fairly? Or will I make up my own rules as I go along? Will others be able to count on my behavior and predict it? Do I have goals set for my life that are high enough, demanding enough, all-encompassing enough, and fulfilling enough to make this journey called life worth my while? Shall I contribute to a world of peace, mutual cooperation, love, and a sense of community? Shall I be part of the answer or just another problem? Am I willing to aim for the best and risk failure? Or should I take no risk at all and let failure overtake me? Dr. Proctor said these questions remain with us all through life. And our moral maturity is determined by how we deal with them. An uncultivated mind would never grasp the seriousness of these questions and statter through life, he says, living out a weak response to all of them. Yet, my sisters and brothers, these questions are at the heart of Imani. They are at the heart of that seventh principle we call faith. Each day, every one of us makes a choice on what to believe about life and living. Every day, we act on those choices. Every day, we set goals and decide how much we are going to invest in achieving, or whether our goals are worth trying to push toward at all. Faith impacts whether we try to reach for the stars in our private and our social conduct, or whether we'll settle for life on much less and lower terms. Faith is a choice. It's not a hunch. It's not a notion. Faith is a choice. It is a moral choice. And teaching faith, because faith doesn't come just by getting here. Somebody has to teach us and nurture us in it. Teaching faith is also a moral and an ethical imperative. Teaching faith may be one of the great moral and ethical challenges of our present age. We have a great religious heritage, but in 2013, who among us doesn't know people who are wrestling with issues that challenge their fundamental faith? Whether it's substance addiction, or violence, or family discord, or health, or education disparities, or something else. Every one of us deals with any number of things every day that challenge our faith. Faith gives us the courage to tackle it. And gives us the courage to get up every morning, even when we have gotten knocked down every time we thought we tackled it well. Well, how do we learn faith? We learn faith by watching it. We learn faith by seeing the elders. Seeing our parents and our relatives and our other elders face life with all of its tough realities and deal with it. The elders teach us whether there is a strong and friendly sponsor at the center of the universe. My elders taught me that was God. Your elders may have taught you something else. But every one of us had to have somebody who taught us to believe in something at the center of the universe that believed that there was something worth believing you could overcome. The elders teach us we are morally obligated to do some things for ourselves. My mother-in-law said every tub sits on its own bottom. At the other hand, we all realize that we are on a Jericho road where we need some good Samaritan types. Because on this road, all of us get knocked down once in a while. And so we have to have faith that teaches us to look out for people who are knocked down. And until we can get somebody to help us get up, to keep trying to get up. The elders teach us to have faith in community. The elders teach us to set goals. I was told that if you shoot at nothing, you will hit it. And so the elders teach us to set goals and then to recalibrate those goals. If you hit your goal too soon, it wasn't high enough. If you hit your goal too easily, it wasn't tough enough. And if you miss your goal, it doesn't mean it wasn't the right goal. Maybe you didn't aim well enough. The elders teach us to struggle to meet our goals and to not think too highly of ourselves when we do, and not think too badly about ourselves when we don't. Those of us who are adults are the elders now. We got this way because there were elders who lived faith before us and breathed faith into us. Sometimes they breathed it and pushed it. Sometimes they breathed it and whipped it. Sometimes they breathed it and taught it. But the elders gave us faith. We're the elders now. So now we are morally and ethically bound to pass on the faith lessons to the young ones. This is how our people have struggled and overcome from the beginning. The elders have taken those who are young and nurtured them in faith, and then sent them out into the world to live life by faith, by the principle of their money. That is how those coming after us will be prepared for new struggles. So as we conclude our Kwanzaa observance, let's renew our faith. Let it be said that we bless the world with a new generation of African Americans whose faith would strengthen them to, in the words of that Broadway musical, climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow, till you find your dream. And that's what we sing about when you lift every voice and sing. You recall the opening stanza? Lift every voice and sing, till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the world. And then we sing a song full of the faith. Amen. That the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has taught us. Faith. Faith. In 2013 and beyond, let us be peace.